slightly. But EA Sports, it's in the game. So, let's talk about some rubbish that I came up with. Been testing the kind of like the flight simulator, like flight paths of ships, and I made an absolutely terrible animation. No, don't render. But it was more around the idea of what is it going to look like, and using two different kitbashing sets to create two different ships. The animation looks crud. I accept it. It sucks. But it's more just the idea of, does it work? And what have I learnt from it? Clouds suck. Ground sucks. The lasers aren't bright enough. But they are coming through. So I gotta think about that a little bit more. But it's more, I just kind of wanted to show you, this is what I've been working on in the background. I did fire up World Creator, and I understand now how this thing stinking works. Nobody uses it, as far as I can see, but what have we got? Mark, Nightcow, Spooky. That was weird. Vertex Berg. Vertex Bird. Vinny and Mark, hey. With Influenza A, baby. Living the dream. So, we are dealing with that sickness. But we're not talking about that today. I mean, we're not talking about this animation today. So, get out. What today we're going to be focusing on is creating kind of like a kit bashing set for buildings. Now, I did post this over on the Discord. I have this material. This is, you know what, I've got these. Like, I know this tool exists, but I'm not using it for some reason, because I'm an idiot. But, been playing around with this texture. Now, 5 points to anyone that can work out how I did it. 5 points. So we're going to get a longer video on how to use World Builder. I think so. Well, hang on. No. A video around bringing World Builder, no, not World Builder, World Creator into Blender. I understand how it works now, using the splat map and all that jazz. That's what we're going to be doing. In saying that, thank you, Spooky, you reminded me. In saying that, we did release this building, $5, or on Patreon. If we get up to like 100 likes, well, no, let's go. What are we on? How many likes? I can't tell. If we get up to like 40 likes, I'll release like 20, 30 of these buildings. And then let's go. 40 likes, 40 voucher of how many downloads we can do. So start liking. So, this, going back to my roots, is DreamUV. DreamUV. Why did I not do this earlier? Because I'm an idiot. And so, the way I've got this all set up, so if we come into shading, and we come into rendering, yep, here it is. Because I've got my diffuse map as a, I got the diffuse map as an alpha, I can now change the color of these buildings to whatever the heck color I want. B. Yep. Why the heck have I been trying to make some like complex thing when I've whipped this up? Cool thing about this though is now I've got two variations of this as well. So if we go with this material, let's duplicate the dirt, and we'll call this DreamUV underscore 02. Let's now go change that to number 1, roughness number 1, and normal number 1. And now it's a little bit more shinier, but now I've got like a second version of it. Why is that super shiny? I might just invert that. A little bit too much. But anyway, big brain move. I know! Do you know how angry I was that I remembered this? How frustrated that I forgot about it and then came back to it. She says she'll be telling you to do it. This from Yes, I can imagine her going, you should have been using DreamUV, even though I never watch any of your stuff. If anything, like, if it's on social media and she sees something of mine, she's like, and then just swipes away. Morning from Kentucky. Morning, Terry. So yes, I am pretty chuffed that we've come across, that we've remembered how to use these things. And then if we want, I could go into, yeah. Oh, that's an ugly color. Let's go darker. Yeah, look at that. The other thing as well as I've done is no ambient occlusion, which means that then we can do this. Where are you? Where then we can come in and start attaching like signage, which is kind of cool. Iron Corp, if I select that material, oh, what? Negatory. Oh, I got rid of that material. Ah. Well, let's go like a grey. Then we can start throwing in stuff like that. So the ambient occlusion now isn't a problem. I mean, it would look nicer with a bit of ambient occlusion, but for the sake of being able to throw on decals and all that kind of crud, pish posh. So, kind of like getting back into it, this is what I've been playing around with for the past week or so, in between trying to live. And so the intention is, if I can make a whole bunch of roof pieces, then we stack them to create something else. So that is the idea. What is that over there? I think you are smaller pieces that I was putting together. Yep. Delete and delete, delete. Let's select them, right click. Auto smooth. No, because they haven't been UV unwrapped. That's fine. So I'm going to grab all these and I'm just going to, just keep those pieces, but we'll put them over to there. Over here is the DreamUV map, how it's all cut out. Now, I've got videos on this, but we might actually revisit how to use DreamUV for those of you who are interested. But I'm kind of going back to the roots on that one. Right. Let me just make sure nothing is duplicated. I think we're all good. I know I did stuff up and somehow did a Control D. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Brilliant. So let's go ahead and probably create another 5, 6 roofing pieces, and then we'll go ahead and start building it around. Likes the rainbow RGB effect on my new PC. Hates when I change it. I chose not to get a RGB PC because I can't stand it. Really, really can't. Okay. Let's go GZ1. And we're going to create some sort of like bit of a roof style vent. Now this style is heavily inspired by Mike or something. We do a tutorial on making that material. It is pretty much done in Substance Painter. You know what? Probably should. Have I? I actually might have already. I'll have a look. But yes, I think I might. I think it might be just time to just... Somebody else can start making those DreamUV textures. And then we'll go from there as well. Alright, so let's kind of go Control B. Oh, no. Actually. No, yeah, let's go with that. Control B. Awesome. Let's make sure if we press N, we come over to here. Let's hotspot that puppy. Will it work? Maybe it did. Let's go to assign it a material. Okay. I think... let's go into DreamUV. Maybe over here, these ones. Make it a bit smaller. Control B. If we do hotspot on that puppy, doesn't really come up. That's fine. But what I will do is come in and select our edges, and I have to manually add the seams in. And let's go there and there. Control E, mark seam. Control, surely not. Yeah, perfect. Mark sharp, lovely. And then let's go ahead, put an edge loop through here. Control B. The other intention is why I'm doing this is because I do want to create a little bit more of a cyberpunk city. And so by doing this means that hopefully I can just stack a whole bunch of objects and it builds like that. This one, please. Shade smooth, you donkey. Perfect. Okay, let us continue on. Hang on. Put an edge loop through here. Control B. Control num. Oh, fine. Come on. Ugh. Feeling ever so slightly rusty now. What the? Sure, whatevs. Let's go V to rip. Hotspot. Do the same for this one. V. And then that way, we've got these two. Control B. Middle mouse up. Alt S. V to rip. That'll give us that. Scale Z0. Just kind of like going through and adding paneling. Scale Z0. Let's go here to here. And if I want to do a slice across, I can just press J. And we will do that. Control numpad minus, Alt S, V to rip. Now, if we go into hotspot, sure. Can we try that again? Thank you. Awesome. Brilliant. I've gone with the fish tank case. Looks great with lights on. I prefer static teal color. Mine is like a beautiful black. Let's have a look. See if I can find... I've got to sign into iCloud. Oh no. I sent it to someone the other day. Excuse me. It was here. And it was here. So, this is the PC that's got the A6000 in it. This one here is the new PC. It's gorgeous. And that's the one with the 5090 in it. Okay, so we've got this piece now. So if we... I'm just going to kind of place it there. what would that look like amongst here? So let's say we put it there, G to the Z. Yeah, nice. Just adds little pieces like that. I like that piece. I think that's great. I think we need a larger piece to cover a bigger area. So let's go like this. Let's go scale 4.25. Scale Y 1.5. And then maybe what we might do. Is there an edge loop there? Yep. Let's go maybe something like that. Control B, scale that. G to the Z. Bring down these two edges. Might just increase the size of that. Looks like a wooden front. Yeah, it does. It's got kind of like wooden paneling. It's And the best thing about it, obviously, no RGB. I'm half thinking, oh no, I'm going to redo this. Select that, P, separate by selection. We're going to come back to that piece. Let's go ahead and delete this side. Delete faces. And then we're going to do F and a F. Awesome. Then we'll just build that up like so. Let's go now here. Actually, just put an edge loop through there. Come on, solid mode marker. V to rip. Control L, delete vertices. Jump over into add modifier. Generate mirror modifier. And then, how are we going to do this? Maybe an edge loop like that. GZ. And then this is going to be kind of like, almost like a body piece, I guess. Would be the best way to look at it. I reckon, let's make sure we've got clipping turned on. We duplicate this piece. Let's maybe scale that down like so. And we'll go FF. Scale on the Y-axis, please. Because, I mean, some of these parts we're never going to see. But it all depends on how we build our buildings up. What the? Let's just get merged by distance. Actually, that's fine. Is it? Yes, it's fine. No, it's not. Delete faces. We go Shift D. So we'll duplicate that stuff. Let's go here to here. F. And then I'm just going to delete these pieces down here. Delete vertices. And before somebody else says something, let's turn on the screencast keys. Okay. Scale X, G, Y. Scale Y. And then we will do something like that. Shift D. Okay. Grab this face. Shift D, E. And then we'll grab these areas. Control B. Yep, that's fine. Control L, delete vertices. Perfect. I like that piece. That looks great. Let's do some ink cuts in there. Hi there, from Netwimer Stream. Nice. He says, Markham, you're incredible. And I want to do things to... I want to do you unstable for text to describe. What? You're incredible. And I want to do things to you unstable for... Oh, maybe unsuitable for text to describe. Yeah. I'll buy that for $1. He's a good kid. What are we on? 16 likes. Let's go up to 40. And then we'll Oops. We'll give away them. Also, do I have a subscribe thing up there? 995. So if you're new to the channel, want to help me hit that 94,000 mark, go right ahead. That'd be great. What are we doing here? Okay, yeah. So let's now do maybe some cutouts of panels. So something like that. And then we will, actually no, we'll do, oops. Do it like this. Select here. I'm going to press I to do an inset. And then put another edge loop through there. Alt S. V to rip. And then we can come in. Then we can come in like so. Control B. And then we're just going to chop up this. So we've got some panels and such. Let's go there. Actually. Here and here. Control B. Control numpad minus. Alt S. V to rip. I'm always impressed how quickly you see your ideas when building something. Yep. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I do use a bit of inspiration to get the job done. So I did do a little bit of pre-work on this, but at the end of the day, yeah, still a lot of it is me kind of playing around with what I wanted to achieve. AI videos are insane at the moment. What channels are you guys watching for AI videos? I haven't come across any kind of like sci-fi spaceship ones yet. And I say yet, there's bound to be them soon. Oops. And I've seen that Midjourney now does AI videos. So if we were to go, I've got Midjourney open. Let's go here. So I was playing around with Midjourney, and then we've got kind of these ones. Oops. That's crazy. Absolute crazy. And then here I was trying to pull out some ideas around what would ships look like flying across, like a planetary thing. I do like this planet. I was going to work out now how to extract a texture like that, but I think that's going to be like a world creator thing. You don't watch any? I'm not specifically going out chasing them. The gorilla ones I think are hilarious. There was one that I saw of what if Australians built the pyramids? I think that was a pretty funny one. Yeah. I'm not actively trying to track them down and watch them, but they just come up on my feed. And obviously now that I've watched one, they just keep coming. Oops. Oh, no. Let's go there. Control B. How's that looking? Now I'm going to show, if I go Control S to save, and I'm pretty sure if we open up DreamUV, from here, if we did hotspots, probably going to break. It didn't. Give it a material. Dirt one. That's not bad. This one here is the one I want to work on next because it has given me some ideas. Just going to scale it in a little bit and we'll flatten it out some more. What are we going to do here? Let's make sure we line that up with the origin point a little bit better. How many likes are we on? Only 19. Come on, mate. Let's... I think we will duplicate this one. Push that out a bit, something like that. E to extrude, and then we'll bring that down. This piece here, minus these edges. Control B. Let's scale that up. GG. And then we'll move this one over like so. Over there. Delete faces. You and you. Far out. I always felt this sickness has been worse than COVID. Ooh, I like that. Might have to incorporate that a little bit more, which is great. And then we can now, oops. Now we can go ahead and start splitting this up. Control B, middle mouse up, Control numpad minus. Oops. Yep, that's fine. V to rip. Just sounded very echoey in here for a moment. Something like that. Alt, oops, Control numpad, Alt S. V to rip. Perfect. I like that. I think I really should have bent this like Beckham. What projects is everyone working on at the moment? Anything of interest? Because like I was saying, I've been playing around with World Creator to try and get some nice visuals and such. Patrick Steele, welcome! Filming! I'm pooped. Show me the goodness that you've been doing, Mr. Filman. I will show you the rubbish that I've been doing. So for those of you who just joined the stream, welcome. I'm trying to work on like the spaceship fighter stuff. You would have maybe seen the shorts on Insta and blah, blah, blah of the X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Now I'm trying to use 2 different kitbashing sets. Wait for this to load. This is me testing World Creator. I don't care. Just if we do this and we go view animation, I hate you. Go to frame 50, please. Render view animation. Let me just kind of show you what I've been working on. Just some like ideas and concepts. And so I got my add-on now working quite nicely. You can see that the lasers are shooting, but it's a little bit too bright to see them. So I've got to work out what that is. These are these ships are created from 2 different kitbashing libraries. So this one here, the first one is made from Technoweave's kitbashing set, which I probably should find. Whoop, someone just joined. Boom. Welcome to the stream, mate. Actually, yeah, I should find it. Let me see if I can quickly find Technoweave's kitbashing set, dashboard. And then the other one, the first one here, was created through my kitbashing set. Okay, so can I go to products? I want to see the products that I've purchased, please. Discover library. You can do it. And then it is... I have a lot. I saw it because I downloaded it the other day. There it is. So let's click on this. Click on this. There it is. Click on that and then that. You can do it. Let me put that in. Generate, copy, Control V. There we go. So that the first ship is created from that Kitbashing set, and then the second one is my big one. So that's something that we've been working on. I know that was a bit of a long way around. The next one is we're creating a whole bunch of roofs for a Cyberpunk style Kitbashing set. And then from here we can hopefully build some environments very quickly. And then this is going to be especially for when we're doing big shots of stuff flying over, that we can just dump these, put antennas on top, pipes running through the buildings and so on and so forth. That'd be great. Great, look on the left. Like, enough, thank you very much. Go get dinner. It's like 9:30 for you. Anyway, Patrick Stout, welcome to the stream. Bridge. Sorry, mate, I missed you a while back. Currently playing with a Kitbashing set from someone called Excellent Markham 3D. Perfection. Let's go copy material to selected. And let's go Control S to save, because we haven't done that for a bit. Awesome. Beautiful. And so I'm probably going to spend maybe half an hour just building up some of these pieces. Then we're going to go down into probably like the building areas and build some nooks and crannies in there. Some nooks. Build some nooks. So kind of like doorways and such. Currently working on my version of a sandbike from Dune Awakening game. Nice. I like that. It's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? So let's kind of carry on with this one. Let's put something there. And I reckon that's all we need. And we'll bring that in. V to rip. Nice. Perfect. Hotspot that puppy. And now it's like so. I think it's a little bit too even Steven. So maybe we might break up that silhouette. Silhouette. And now if we do hotspot. Yeah, perfect. Great. Love it. Brilliant. So there's an extra 2 pieces we can throw into the fire. And the way we're texturing this, for those of you who've just joined us, is using DreamUV. I will probably put these up somewhere as well. Let's go ahead. What else can we do? I feel like we need a piece that can wrap just kind of like around these sections, just smaller elements, like the one we created at the start. So let's focus on that. And then we'll do, marker again in solid mode. And then we'll do something like, you know what, maybe, oh, itchy nose. That wasn't even my nose, but anyway. Let's go Control B. Just something like this. And then we'll do the same on either side. Perfect. Why do you always use V to rip the edges? Great question. So if I were to go into a cube, okay, and then we did my panel thing. So we do bevel, alt, and now I haven't ripped it. Now if I want to do a panel like this, it'll go all the way around. Where if I undo, V to rip, I can now just do a panel that'll go halfway around. So it gives me a little bit more interest. And then if we want to go smaller, I can now, whoops, that's gone all the way around here. Let's go V to rip. And then we've got something like that. So it's not a necessity to do it, but I just like the way to create uniform. Anyway, so it's not all the same panels. So that's kind of like why I've gone down that route and created them like that. What else we got here? I like this. I feel though we can probably go knife tool, AC, cut straight through, enter. Then we can do a Control B, Alt S, V to rip. And then we might do one, maybe we might do, yeah, one down, K, AC, there we go, enter. What the? No. Begone, evildoers. Control B. Control numpad. Alt V. V to rip. Perfect. I like that. Wheel it. Blend. Copy to selected. And can you do a hotspot for me? Perfect. It worked. Oh, look at that. Nice little piece like that. And so the point of these pieces here is just to add a little bit of extra flourish, I guess. Let's move these forward, because I think they're just small ones. What are you? Nope, you're a big one. Excellent. I like that, I like that, I like that. We've got some nice vents here, which is great. Non-uniform, thank you. That sounds good. Can you do a ventilation pipe? I have a problem with it. What do you mean by a ventilation pipe? I've got vents. I've got vents. Lots and lots of vents. Okay, so let's just do a Control B, just clean that up. I'm going to feeling this is going to break now. Nope. Oh, perfect. That one broke. That's right. I know why. Ah, because you can't do it to that one. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. What's another one? I think we could probably do some railing. That's not a bad idea. And so the way we would do railing is let's go like this, and then I'm going to select these pieces that I don't want. Hang on, what is that? Let's go probably to about there. Let's go something like that. Nice, even, Steven. Then from here, we're going to modifiers, add modify, generate wireframe. We're going to turn on boundaries, and then we can go into add modify, generate a bevel, and then we can bevel that sucker out so it's a little bit more rounded. Let's make it a bit bigger. Something like that. Do we? Yeah, let's bevel. Let's bend that like Beckham. Something like that. G to the X, G to the Y. Awesome. David, if you're on the stream, thank you. And so now with that, we can go ahead and put it onto like other objects and such. Dirt. And then if we want to as well to make our life easier, I'm just going to duplicate this. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's just go G to the X, 2 edge loops, bam. And now we've got more of a fence. Sick. 25 likes. Come on, let's get another 15 and we'll give away a whole bunch of this model here. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. Bah. Due to personal reasons, I am saying A, R, instead of yes and no. From now on, please respect my privacy during these difficult times. That's good. That's good. There you go, legend. Thank you. Let's see how many more likes we can get. I'm just going to quickly take that joke. I wasn't at work on Wednesday, so I missed all the good jokes that came out. So, we have these. I think we've got enough roof parts. I would like to create some more, but you know what? Future market problem, and we can probably create some antennas later on. Let's go hard. Oh, let's go hard and start thinking about this. Let's go ahead and start creating some kind of like doorways, some nooks, and some stuff like that. How am I going to achieve it? I don't know. GZ1. Everything, do we go 3 meters or 2.5? I'm thinking, yeah, maybe, you know what, let's everything go 3 meters. G1, Z1. Okay. And then we'll go scale Y 3. What does this mean? What does this mean? That means we can do kind of like doorways and such. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. I was just looking for talking on YouTube, but didn't expect the live show up. Sweet. Welcome, Hawker. If you guys haven't, hit the subscribe button. No, subscribe button's down there. Let's see if we can hit the 94,000 mark. Just another 5. We're almost there. Actually, do we see that live count up there? Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Just sorry, cheers again for providing some extra molds. No worries. I've made some awesome structures in my short films. Brilliant. I am very glad. Please tag me in it so I can see them. I'm intrigued to see what everyone else is creating. So let's go like so. I'm going to go delete faces. Delete faces. F and F. So this is... yeah, I think we might put a door in here. Wait, we need to have a ground because not everything's going to have that. That's fine. We can come back and add that in. And then this section here can be a window. Oh, itchy. So let's put that up at Z2. And then we'll make this at 0.5. See, I think it just seems too big. I'd rather it be too big. Yeah, let's go with that idea. I'd rather it be too big than not big enough. Y, 1.5. This can be 2.25. No, 2.5. And this is 1.25. And this here becomes our doorway. So let's go Shift D. We'll go delete this edge, please. Delete this edge loop. Let's go into solid mode and we'll work backwards. Hopefully if we can make one door, then we don't really have to bother with the remaking it. So we'll kind of turn this into one asset and then just keep duplicating. So we have that as our door frame. I'm going to just increase this ever so slightly as well. Control B to do a bevel. Something like so. Yes, I like that. So now when we move this back into place, it looks like that. Let's now go ahead, delete those edges, and we'll scale that up. Far out this cough. Oh! Have you got a bar amongst your windows you've created? A bar? We did create one, but that was more part of the Kitbashing set. This is the intention now, is to start building all that up. In saying that, we did create, which I'm not super thrilled about, but we did create this on live stream like 2 weeks ago, I think. And I did start producing a bar. So we've got our kind of like our restaurant stuff here. Wait for it to load. So it did start creating kind of like a bit of a bar, and then as we move down, this was going to be, this was going to be more of a convenience store, an open space one. Let me just increase that to about 10. And then over here is where I did start working on creating a bar. I really actually like this one. But I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't tickling my fancy enough. I might come back and deal with this somehow. I don't know, but there was something about it. Let's go close that one. Okay. You'll be getting a big shout out once the dust settles. I'm aiming to get this done before GTA 6, but such is life. GTA Marco, it is going to kill us all. I like that. I like that. One thing that I've created previously is if we come down like this, and then we bring this down, and we can probably make this as an asset in itself. Far out. I'm like, really, I feel so rusty with Blender. It's only been 2 weeks. So we have this piece here, and this is what's going to illuminate, not that one, our door frame. Oops. User, thank you. Control B. And then if we come into here, we select this. Bam, bam. Let's go that one. And then we will create a new material. And this is going to be lights underscore blue. Let's go into emission. 20. Make sure we hit assign. And then now we've got kind of like that. Rotate Z 180. If we have a look, yeah, perfect. 500. And then that'll kind of illuminate that section, building that up. I think as well what we could do, coming into here, now that we've got those pieces set up, we can go Control B to do a bevel. So now we've got that cut. I'm going to go through here. Let's now maybe do our window. Control B. We'll do Shift D. Let's do a small insert and E to extrude. This one here we'll do a larger inset. Shift D. Let's make sure now we scale this up a smidgen, because now when we round these corners, Control B. Let's go E to extrude, Control L. Push that all the way to the end there, like so. Awesome. Let's go delete edge loops. Now, I am so parched. Felicia One, welcome to the stream. I'll illuminate your door frame. Jeez. Far out. I've got nothing on that one. 2.3. You idiot. So if we go into like this, and then we throw on a glass pane, Let's go new. You're going to be glass. And we'll assign that puppy. If we come over into shading. Also, your Twitch is busted. Oh, what? What? No way. Probably because I'm not looking at Twitch. Stream summary? No. This one. Unstable. Your mum's unstable. Oh, well. That sounds like a future Marco problem. Let's now come over into here. And so we're going to create a glass material. So what I normally do is add our glass. Add a mix. Nope. We go into a mix shader. Lovely. That goes into our surface. But then we'll add in a transparent. Translucent. Sure. Throw that one into there. And we'll go like 0.9. So that we do get the glass effect, but we do get to see through it. Yep. So if I were to go something like that, and then we were to throw in a light, the light. Actually, just for now, what we might do, hide, eye, and assign. That semi doesn't really work, but, oh yeah, because the light is 500. That just kind of like, we're just illuminating that light for now. We will probably put in a texture a little bit later. What's the difference between Nutella and diarrhea? One's chocolate, one's food. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you, Gaming in the Can. Yep, that's so if you want to go check out another channel, go to Gaming in the Can. Yeah. Where are we? Have we hit? I don't think we've hit 94,000 yet. So if you want to support the channel a little bit more, just give us a subscribe. Let's try and get there. What number am I on? Still 93,000. One more. Surely. Someone. Surely now. Give me something. That's kind of annoying that it's not necessarily live. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I'm waiting for that 93. Anyway. Says 33 likes. I got 36. Can we get to 40? And then we'll give away a few of those Kitbashing things. Where is my DreamUV? Perfect. Let's go Control S to save, and we'll do a hotspot on it. That worked. Brilliant. And so now we're texturing all this kind of like as we're going as well, which is great. What I do want to do is create a floor. So I'm going to duplicate that. Just going to push it back a little bit, and we'll pull it out in the Y. And GX, like so. Let's go E to extrude. That gives us that. And then obviously we can kind of come in and 40. Oh yes, sweet. And then we'll go in and probably create like pipes and such. But I think we might do that as little pieces. And then join all that together. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the way to go. All right, let's go quickly. Let me give you some stuff. Where is it? There it is. Hang on. Let me quickly generate. Probably should have done it earlier, but you know, I'm smart. Products. Over here. We need to click on checkout. Checkout. New discount. Limited quantity. Let's go 15. 100% off. And It is Cyber Building 01. Add discount. Copy that link. It goes into here. Goes into there. Copy. There we go. Bam. 94,000. Did we hit it? Yes! 94,002. Let's go. Great. Now into 95. And the ultimate goal is 100. That is the goal. 100,000 subscribers. I don't think we can do it by August, but still the dream can be up there nice and high. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't used the Patreon link to download that. Yes, well, there you go. Oh, wait. Did I just post it? 100% off. There we go. Yeah, sweet. Nice. Whole bunch of free downloads there. So I kind of want to now create a few of these. I don't like this window. What could we do just like while we're here? Let's do an Alt-H. Maybe kind of like a bar or something. So let's go Shift-D. Let's go G to the X. Because I figure if we can do some of this now. Let's do E to extrude. If we can do some of it now. Oh, so it only... How weird is that? Petsky, welcome. Why didn't it do everyone else? That's bizarre. I don't know. I haven't broken 100 subs yet. Yeah, Spooky's got some cool stuff. You should check out his channel as well. Side note, I've played Star Citizen 4.2. Would anyone be interested in doing a stream like that? Of going through it, because I have done it previously, and I did play it more from kind of like almost a 3D artist persona, I guess. Persona? Actually, let's do that. I'm going to do this. Let's go DreamUV _01. I'm going to duplicate this one, 01, and this is going to be _metal. And why is it going to be metal? Because I'm going to go into shading. Let's grab that, Control L. Might even do this one as well, Control L. Assign it. And because we've got that set as the alpha map, we can lighten it all up. A little bit too light. Perfect. And then we can also increase the metallic. And so that's now changed it up a bit. We can select it. Let me just quickly go into DreamUV. Hotspot that, please. Awesome. Perfect. Love it. I don't play games, but I'll watch it if you stream it. Lovely. All right, sweet. We'll do that sometime during the week. I'm not normally going around shooting stuff up. It's more flying around. But yeah. All right, this is good. So let's do a Control S to save. So the idea is that we have these pieces. Let's do Control A, apply the rotation. We have these pieces here. So when we start building some of our buildings, we can come in, make sure that it is on the right level. So if I bring up to item, Z needs to be on 3. I mean, technically it can be on 0, but we can grab this. I can move it up. U should be on 0. U should be on 3. You should be on 3 then. And you should be off-putting. Let's go G to the X. And so the idea is to have building pieces like this. Let me just remove this box a bit. So for instance, if I were to move it there, this can now come out. And then, you know, we can lie that there onto 0, please. Where are you? Yeah, you should be on 0. Actually, that's pretty cool. I like that view. Oops. Move you over, sunshine. We can probably turn that one into the metal one now. And so I'm just pretty much playing with the Kitbashing set as we go. So that we can go, right, that works, that doesn't work. But this is kind of like that idea of building piece by piece. And then obviously this now becomes our kind of roof. You can probably come down lower. Something like that, something like this. Let's go G to the X. Nice. If I can just quickly just create a ground. Shift S, cursor selected, and then we go ahead and add in a ground plane. And then we're slowly building it. Guess I'm a voyeur. Oh gosh. What are we on? Yes, I like this. The count is going up. Sick. Is the count going up on stream? No, where's my thing gone? I've lost it. What? Oh, why'd it go away? I hate you. Ah, whatevs. Stuff you. Oh, sorry. But yeah, this is working really, really well. And this is kind of like what I want to achieve. And then if we were to actually open up the other Kitbashing set one, this piece, what I'll do is eventually is pull those pieces out. We can grab kind of like this roof piece. So if I were to go Control, hang on, and you guys, yep, Control C, came back into here, Control V. That gives us this. Let's just go convert to mesh and then Control J. That there will become DreamUV 1. Let's come down into DreamUV, hotspot. Perfect. Wait. Why does that not look right? Oh no, it's fine. And then this is obviously where we can start deconstructing some other of our blend files. So if we come into here now, you know, stuff like that. Well, I mean, we can even bring it up here. Shift DZ, go like so. Let's come over into the sky, elevation -5. Actually, let's go 0. And then we can see how now that's starting to laminate, blah, blah, blah. Watch Ratatouille now. Awesome. Return to yeah, that looks gorgeous. I'm keeping that piece. So it's not going to be so much, you know, very quick generate stuff. We still got to use a little bit of patience and slap it all together. but it is doing what we need it to do, which is great. So let's maybe build another one. Actually, let's go Shift D, Alt G. And so the reason why I've duplicated that, because then we can have pretty much something to scale. So let's go ahead and select. You know what? I'm going to select. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Let's select these two. Invert our selection, delete edges. We'll go F. Let's go GX. I'm still laughing at you, Terry. That's hilarious. And we'll E to extrude on that. What I want to create is maybe a bit of a window. And we'll make it a little bit of a weird window, I guess. So we'll go something like that. Let's grab this section and this section. Control B to do a bevel. So that'll give us that. No. Let's select all this back piece. GY. We'll grab this here. Delete edge loop, please. Control B. Let's put an edge loop through there now. Let's go through and select all that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do I to do an inset, E to extrude, and let's go Alt S to scale that in. So now we have something like that. Awesome. What the heck was that? This cough. I made an EOS sign generator yesterday. I want to try it out. Might have to have a play with it. Send it through. Add some rubbish bins, Kitbash. Yeah, all of that's got to come in. So we're trying to build all the bigger elements, and then we'll come down and bring in all the smaller elements is the idea. I want to grab this. I want to grab this section. Let's go Shift D. And I'm going to E to extrude, just a little like, ugh. I don't like it. That didn't sound good. I think I'm losing my voice. It's great. Let's go Alt S. That sucks. Oh no. Alt S. GG. No, you get that. GG. And we'll go GG again. Perfect. That'll give us kind of like that. Awesome. You most drink. I just. I've run out of water in the room. I like that. I like that idea. I think it can be executed a little bit better. Let's maybe do this section. That's why we've done our inset. No. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Fat fingers. Select all, E to extrude, put that back. Alt S, lovely. Can I Alt S this as well? Perfect. And then can I Alt S the outside? Awesome. I'm glad I picked that up. Scale Z 0. Control L. No, it's the insides that's my problem. Scale Z 0. Deselect, scale Z 0. Select that, scale Z 0. There we go, that's cleaned that section up, awesome. Now what I want to do is come in and select these areas. Control B. And then we've got that. We will give that the material, the metal. Where's my DreamUV? Hotspot. Hotspot. So if we were to come in like so, yeah, perfect. Great. Love it. Grouse. Can we just bump up that sun, please? Elevation. 10. And then this section in here will become glass. And then obviously that's just going to be dark on the inside, which is great. Whoa. Yesterday in Canberra was our coldest day in 8 years, I'm pretty sure. Canberra coldest day. June 21st, which was yesterday, minus 7.2. It was cold. This was close to the record minus 8.5 in 1957. So, I mean, yeah, minus 7.5, nothing for some of you. A lot for us, some of us. Okay, I like where that has gone. Actually, no, maybe what we can do is let's deselect that there. Let's go P separate by selection. And then, we'll do the same for this bar. Control LP separate by selection. Just go hide, hide. What is this? I don't know, but we'll go hide. And then that way now I can come in and we can go with knife tool, AC, through there. Now we can do our Control B to do a bevel. Control numpad minus, Alt S, V to rip that puppy. Do the same for here. Is there a way? Ah, caramba. Let's go. Ah, darn it. Darn it, Mr. Arnott. Let's go here to here. J. Here to here is J. Then we can grab that. Control B. Control numpad minus. Alt V. Yeah, perfect. V to rip. So I've got a slice like that. Let's go ahead, put a slice through here. Control numpad minus, Alt V. That's out, that's in. Great, 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 great. I like that. And then we might just do it in this section as well. Control V. Control numpad, Alt V. V to rip. What I will do is just give this section here just a small little bevel. Perfect. Auto smooth. Let's do Control S save. Hotspot that. Alt H. Convert to mesh all. Control J. Hotspot that all that. So now when we go into render mode, we can see that we've got grime looking stinking great. Also, what is Bullduck? The ad is playing and it's two white men being chased by a kangaroo. What? Bullduck? What the heck is that? Popular? No idea. The ad's targeted at you. It's not going to be anything to do with me. Let's have a look. What are we on? How many subscribers do we have? Still only 94,000. I'm spewing my count has disappeared. I don't know why it's disappeared. Oh, no, it's there. Came back. Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. So let's now go ahead and test this piece. So we'll go Shift D and I'll put that over there. Let's grab this one. GZ3. GY. And I think this is going to be very handy as well when we just put a texture just in front of that window. Oh, sorry, just behind that window. That's pretty cool. I like that. Hotspot. Hotspot. That's cool. So this one here probably needs to be cut up a bit more, but that's fine. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. And especially when we start coming in and adding more and more pieces, it's going to be delish. My friend failed his Australian music exam. I said you have to redo it. Yeah, you said that one like 2 weeks ago. Far out this cough. I need some water. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, whoa, stay hydrated, peeps. One of loads of jokes my friend Marco has copy and pasted a lot of them. Absolutely. It's just testing. I didn't have a chance to use them at work yet. Actually, one of them I'm not going to because I'll probably get shot. Let's keep going with that. That's what I haven't done with some of these pieces. Hey, my metal frame. Oh. Shift S, cursor selected. Shift S, selection to cursor. And then let's do a Control J to join. Now, one thing we haven't been doing, which has just been giving more depth to these pieces. So for instance, I'm going to duplicate that one. Let's go P, separate by selection. Come on, let me select that one, please. And then just delete some of these vertices. Let's go, whoops. Let's go GZ. What the? Delete vertices. You right there, mate? What? Oh, gosh, what have I done? Let's do this. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense why that's happening. GG. Merge by distance. Perfect. Then we could do that. Add modifier, generate solidify modifier, and we'll just make that 0. Come in. Why are we doing that? And then this will allow us, just to add a little bit of extra thickness to these pieces. Let's go G to the X. Something like that. Shift D as well. Perfect. There we go. I knew something was missing. Let's go now. Shift D, scale Z 0, -1, sorry. Let's bring that down. And now we've got some extra depth. Better. Control A, select these two, and then we can join these two. Shut your pie hole. Let's go into hotspot now. Excellent. Let's do the same for here. Shift D, scale, P separate by selection. Into hotspot, solidify, sorry. Let's go that way. There we go, bring that up. Even thickness, please. Nope, sorry. Shift D, Z, E to extrude. Perfect. And then, yeah, we need to add in something through there, which is great. This can also work on the ground floor. So this is where, you know, those railings that we created earlier, they're probably going to come in handy. I'm not a magician, but once I turned a back rub into 2 kids and a mortgage. Copy. Paste. I like where that's going. Shift N, flip that out. Perfect. Much better. I feel like I can sleep tonight knowing that that has been sorted. Control J to join. And let's make sure we go hotspot on. Oops. Control S to save. Hotspot. Perfect. Hotspot. Perfect. Excellent. Because, yeah, we can see that I've utilized that all through here as well. There's like several different layers and such. You haven't been hotspotted. You look better. Let's go ahead on that one and we'll add in the glass texture. Select you and you become glass. There's no backing on you. That's fine. Control F. Let's go grid fill. And oops, that there becomes that. Yeah, nice. Awesome. I think as well when I designed that, you were glass. Assign. Look at that. Ah, delish. Delish. You know what? I like this piece. I think it needs to be recreated. And then what we will do with that recreation is we will select, I'm going to select that, invert my selection. What? Control L, delete, nope. I, delete vertices. Then we will go G to the X, and we'll have something like that. Then let's go ahead and maybe go E to extrude, and we'll do an Alt S. Okay. Whatever floats your goat, mate. Floats your goat? Sure. Good language. Bring it down like that. Scale Z0. Make sure that is sitting on 0. Perfect. How does that look? It looks okay. I think that almost this should come forward. Let's, yep, do that. Control B. Control numpad, Alt S. V to rip. Control B. Alt S. V to rip. Let's undo that. Scale Z0. V to rip. Do the same here. Scale Z0. There we go. Nice, I like that. And then we can put an edge loop through here and an edge loop through here. Control B to do a bevel. Control numpad, Alt S, V to rip. I feel that, oh, my legs are killing me, that this would be better. And now you just have to learn geonodes. Yeah, I know. Shut up. I have been threatening myself many times over to learn geonodes, but it just doesn't interest me. I think, I wonder what this looks like. Oops. You know what? I'm actually okay with that. I think that gives us a really nice shape. Let's go that. Whoops, I merge by distance. And then we grab this, Control B, Control numpad minus Alt S. Scale Z0, V to rip. I think I'm okay with that. Can we do a hotspot on that, please? Hotspot on that. That's an interesting idea. I do like that. I can never work out how some are able to model with their normals all over the place. Eh. Whoa, what happened? Did a whole bunch of people just leave? Oh, well, okay, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. A merger. It must be all the rats in Australia not running properly. I should probably kill it, but I can't kill it. I don't know how to. What's our count? 94,000. All right, we're still going. Okay, let's go. Bring chat back, please. Like that. I like that. That's great. That piece. Let's go ahead. Just trying to think what's a really nice way to keep building this up. Yeah, we know we've fixed up these pieces by adding extra details and such. I think what eventually will happen is once we start adding in pipes and all that kind of stuff, I think that'll be great. So for instance, if we were to just duplicate, and let's go something like this. Let's grab a door, these two, bring them over. I want to grab, where's that other piece that we created? That one there. So the idea, let's go GZ3. Probably go a bit higher. Oops. And then if we were to push that to like here, for instance, probably about something like that. Bring that one down. This then here. We could rotate 90. And then that'll give us this piece to sit like here. That's kind of cool. So we know now that we need some sort of piece that maybe comes out, comes in, windows. Yeah, let's go with that. So let's go Shift D to the X. And so what I'm thinking, do I have any pieces that are straight? U. Delete faces. Let's go right click, clear, right click, Control E, clear sharps, scale X3. Just move this forward, E to extrude. So the idea that I had is that we're going to have something like that. Let's put an edge loop through there. Then we can clear off these faces, delete faces. I need to select these two, F, F. No, get stuffed. Come back. Item. What you? 2.25. 2.25. What are you? Scale Z 0. Okay, you can just go to 1, please. Then we can come in and go FFF, FFF. Let's put some bevels in like that. This here is now going to be our window. So I'm going to press I to do an inset. Select all that. Shift D. Alt S. No, I need you to scale, you clown. Scale Z, scale X. Perfect. So now when we come in here, Shift D, I can select this, 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 and this. Control B to do a bevel. E to extrude. Push that into our frame. Perfect. Let's go delete vertices. And then we'll E to extrude on that puppy. E to extrude on that puppy there. The intention is to put in some sort of image behind that. Today I went fishing and used all sort of licorice for bait. It was caught all sorts. Perfect. Caught all sorts. My builder is such a nice man. I didn't pay him, yet he still offered to come and put my windows in. Didn't pay him. He still offered to come and put my windows in. Punch my lights out? I don't know. Might be because I'm tired. I don't get that one. Still 94,004. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Trying to hit that 100,000 mark. Every little step helps. Okay, so we're bending this like Beckham. Markham has smashed the windows. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm glad. I did semi-get it. Okay. Continue on. Control B. Control numpad minus. There we go. V to rip. Great. I like that. Let's go. What happened there? We will do that again. Scale on the x-axis. Control B. Control numpad minus. In you go. And then we'll do that up there. Control B. Bend that. I like this section. That's pretty cool. I think, let's have a look if DreamUV works. Nice. Great. And we will take what we learnt from the previous stuff that we did. I'm just going to go like this. Oops. GY. E to extrude. Throw that in. Shift D, scale Z. What we actually might do is just so we change the shape a smidgen. U and U. G, Y. That's kind of cool. That's better. For my wife's birthday, I bought a fur coat made from 2,000 hamster skins and treated her to a weekend at the fun fair. I couldn't get her off the big wheel for 2 days. That's good. If we can get up to, let's say, 75 likes, we'll do another round of giveaway of this as well. Okay, I like that. I like that. That's great. This worked well. What we might do, I don't want to do that though, so I'm not going to. Yeah, I think like adding in little neon signs would be good. But that is a future Marco thing. No, I'm not going to do that. I reckon that's something we add in for later. So if we come in, great. Let's go into hotspot. Did that get done? Awesome, brilliant. Let's maybe give this piece here, you become metal, just to change the color up. And whoops, U and U. Control L. Control L. Control L. Let's go assign. And now we're just kind of like adding in a few different colors. Yeah, and I think it's going to become a lot more powerful when we start adding in all our little kit bashing stuff. So the idea is that if we went into the asset browser, over into Markham 3D stuff, see, even stuff like this as well. So if I were to drop that in, not that one. If I were to drop in maybe just this simple one, and just have something like that. Why are you Z fighting? Shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure I taught you to be like that. So stuff like that, obviously it increases potential, if you know what I mean. That's no attribute. What is this error? Where are you coming from? What? Go suck a lemon. Awesome. Good to know that DreamUV is having a massive hissy fit. Is that all one piece? It sure is. So let's go ahead, move that over into this section. Oh yeah, anyway, sorry. So what this means that we could do, well, let's move this section over. And so what I was thinking is that this piece can sit next to our door. All right, so we have something like that. Obviously, we can still scale it on the y-axis, so it matches up under our roof system there. Then we can come in and start adding in, you know, like power boxes. We can come in, we can add in larger panels and stuff like that. Gold color starting to annoy me a little bit, so we'll change that. Let's go into shading. I think it's more of the sun that's being a pain. Let's go full black first, and then we come up into like a grey color, and then like that. Giving your love for Rocket League and everything. You should do a stream where you make a couple of. I have tried to make Rocket League cars. I suck at it. You've done well this stream. Add a lot to this kitbashing set. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Spooky. Yes, I have tried. It hasn't worked. I would love to make an animation about my stupidity. But most of the things I make is about my stupidity anyway. Still only 94,000 if I click on this. Do we have any more? I lost a subscriber. Okay. Oops, not that one. So I'm trying to bring chat back. There we go. Yes. Anyway, I have tried. I've failed. What's the lesson learnt? Like the Simpsons say, never try. No, I'll probably have another crack at it one day. But yeah, no, I just haven't had the need to just yet because all my focus has been on creating stuff like this. What kind of ground texture will it be? Probably just like an asphalt texture. So it'll end up being true assets, materials. Can you just show me the ones I've already downloaded? I'm pretty sure I can. Show downloaded only. It'll probably be like a dark material like this. Let's change the UV. Far out. I hate that. Standard. Do that again. There we go. And we'll go into UV editing. Scale 10. Let's just see what that looks like. Whatevs. Probably, yeah, more of an asphalt texture. But then we'll add in gutters and such. The other cool thing now, as we're building this up as well, this is where we can start adding in pieces like this. And then this is going to obviously change our street view as well from what we see. Like, I mean, how cool does that look? And I've just done squat all. Let's come in like this piece here. And obviously we can stretch it out. No. Scale on the x-axis. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, then we can just start building stuff like that. But then obviously from a view, I don't know, from where? From here-ish? It would look all right. Just finding that nice view. We could obviously grab this piece. Whoops. Let's bring that piece back. Alt-G. Just put that piece back in place. We can grab this kind of stuff. I actually really like this color style that we have in these lights. And then if we came down and we brought the sun down to like 0 or something, you can see how we would have lights illuminating. We've got small lights here. And obviously as we go through, we start adding in more and more lights. Yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. So I think this is something I'm going to be working on throughout the week. Interior. I don't know what that is going to look like. I'm half thinking that we put on slats and it kind of like hides the interior. But then again, I do want an interior, and I'm thinking more of an orange. Yeah, yeah, spooky. You're very much correct on that one. Let me go into... So the idea around there, what we might do is I might spend some time through the week and create something on Midjourney. So if we were to create... Midjourney's got video now. How cool is that? Really interesting. So if I were to go... this is what we'll do. Interior. Apartment. So what we can do is we can get images like this. I can now go... actually, let's do Cyberpunk. I have no affiliates for Midjourney, by the way. This is just what I use. If we come in and we select like this one, can I go like that? This drop image to describe. I've now given Midjourney the interior image that I want. Cozy living space. Sure, that one. Let's get rid of that AR, whatever the heck that is. I want to go... Actually, yeah. We'll generate this. It's not a video, is it? No, perfect. No, it's showing... Sorry, let's do that again. And then I'm going to go -- no, window, enter. And so now me saying no, no, -- no, that now says what I don't want in the image. I hope. Really what I should be saying is, sure, put in a window, you jerk. All right, let's go. Window showing the city skyline. Nope. All bathed and warm. The walls have various... this is the view from the outside of the building. Let's see what happens. Oh, get stuffed. Stop trolling me, you jerk. All right, anyway, I was going to let's just grab this image. That's terrible. I'm just going to go save image just for now. And so what I'm half thinking is if I go, let's go downloads, click into here, click on that one. And then the idea, GX, would be to have something like that. Delete faces. We can see that the glass is actually absolutely horrendous. So let's go into shading. I've done something wrong with the glass. It's too frosted over. Glass, translucent. Must be, transparent. Transparent. Perfect. And then we go 0.9. That is not working out in the slightest. Where is it? There it is. So that's what I have to work on, is creating a nice prompt. Yeah. No, that's ugly. That is not working out in the slightest that I hoped. But it's kind of like that's the idea. Negative window should work. Negative no window. No, a negative would be a window. Because if I'm saying no window, anyway, yeah, whatever. So I'll play with that. So, yes. Whoa. So I'll go ahead, create that. I'm going to work on this a bit more. Tutorials coming out is how we're going to be creating neon signs. And that's using both with an add-on, without an add-on, and using like SVG exporters. So that'll be coming out. What else? I don't know. Stuff. I got to think. I'm tired. I might do a stream on Star Citizen this week. But yeah, let's call it on a night. Thank you very much for sticking around.